Hi, I'm Nelson and welcome to South Paths. Without any further ado, I want to say before we begin, I am not a medical professional. I'm not giving medical advice. In this episode, I'm just giving my opinion of a treatment for men, older men, that can help them feel like younger men and help their health. Thanks, Ernie, in a very serious way. And with that, let's get on with the episode. Hi, I'm Nelson. Welcome to South Paths. Today I want to touch on a medical thing that a lot of old guys have a problem with called testosterone deficiency syndrome. Maybe you've heard of it. Do you have diabetes? Are you borderline diabetic? Have you got a big tummy? Are you having trouble in the gym getting the weight off? Do you feel no energy, lethargy? You feel tired all the time? You feel sour? You feel depressed? You feel like you have no energy, nothing going on? You just feel like crap and you don't know why, and the doctors think you're just depressed, so they give you happy pills. So you take his happy pills, and it makes you feel better, but you don't feel depressed, you just don't feel anything. Well, I strongly suggest that you get tested for testosterone deficiency. Because in every man, to a lesser or greater degree, depending on your family tree, your genetics, generally speaking, 90% of us lose 1% of our testosterone per year, starting at age about 30. So if you're 60 years old and you're average, you're down 30% already, below what you should have to maintain optimum health. So you don't suffer from diabetes, heart disease, Parkinson's, or God knows what else, Alzheimer's. There's a much lower likelihood that you're going to slide into old age and crap out early. So I don't want to touch on it too much more than that. All I can tell you is that it's been 100% upside for me, no downsides. Morning wood, oh yeah. Libido, oh yeah. I'm 62. I'm 6.5 feet tall. I have no problems. No health problems. Never had, except for my numbers were low for my testosterone count when I was 55. So that's what I went ahead and did. My doctor agreed to try it, give it the old 90-day trial, see how I feel. Well, I felt so good I stayed on it. Most healthcare plans do not cover it. Of course, they'd rather fill you up with insulin or fill you full of happy pills, flies today, than fix the problem. They would rather sell you pills to cover the issue but not fix the problem, you know. Make money, not health. So, please get tested, get checked, do some research online. Those guys who are on there or watching this who already are doing it and can attest to its benefits, please feel free to say something about your experience in the comments. And try to get more guys healthy. You'll feel better, you'll look better, you'll act better, you'll be stronger, healthier, more intelligent mentally, although some people dispute that regarding me. Even some of my viewers do, but whatever. It won't hurt you. There is two things, though, about it that you better know right up front, and I'm not going to piss around with this. I'm not going to let you discover it later by mistake and then be all upset with yourself. Two things. Number one, your gonads are the factory for 90% of testosterone. 90%. 10% is developed by your pituitary gland. 90% is done by your nanas. When you take an external source of testosterone, little factories stop making it. They also stop making sperm. And then they get smaller. Yeah. They're not going to be banging around your knees anymore. So anyway, I know, too much information. Well, you're going to want to know that information when your time comes and you discover, hey, what's going on? So they're going to get smaller because you're not using them anymore for that. Number two, once you get past that 3-month window, you're pretty much on testosterone for life. Because after that, your factories may not kick back in and start up again if you stop doing it. Like if you go a year, 2 years on this stuff and then decide you don't want to anymore, a little late, buddy. So you have to make your decision at the end of that 90-day window whether you want to continue with it or not. It is a for life thing. I have no issues. I get my shot once a week. I take my doctor's dosage. It's prescribed. My blood work was checked. Everything's fine. My blood pressure is 128/80. I'm 62 years old. I don't have a whole lot of bad DHL. None of the things that take us down have come to get me yet. So, lots of upside, no downside. And I feel like I'm 35. My lungs don't, but the rest of me does, because smoking will do that. But I did kick that habit too. So, please get checked. And when your doctor comes back with the numbers and says your normal range, don't accept that. Ask for the actual number. And do your research to find out what the actual number should be for your age group. Because a lot of GPs will agree to do this. And then when they get the results, they don't understand the results. So make sure you do when you go in there, because you're going to have to go in there armed with information. Because your doctor, he ain't going to want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. And I don't know why. Because when your wife goes in there and she's going through the change, they give her lots of little pills to keep her hormones right in check for the next 5 or 10 years. And then they have to cut her off after that because there's issues, women's hormones set up that causes them breast cancer, things like that. The men don't have that issue. The men just have to suck it up and they just say, oh, it's just part of getting old, Jerry. You're just going to have to deal with it. Can you imagine what would happen if they said that to your wife? But they do that. They tell the men that, and they tell the wife, oh, here, take these. But the men, suck it up, buttercup, nothing to be done. They don't know what they're talking about. They really don't. Just get checked. Make sure you're all right. People are counting on you to be alive. And if you are taking an optimum amount of testosterone, you can be sticking around well into your 90s, and you're going to feel good right into your 90s, man. Probably. Hopefully. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm Nelson. That's my blah, 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 blah about testosterone. Thank you. And I hope you have a good day. See ya.